The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Welcome Friday, Fun Phone Fan Friday. 888-855-2297. You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, where it is overcast, 79 degrees. The high is 85. The low tonight is 69 degrees. It's going to be chilly tonight, man. Chilly, chilly.
Don't bite.
Chilly, chilly.
Don't bite.
And we are, we're going to see Chris made us start the show without Jesse today.
Yeah. I can't believe that, Chris. You made a big call.
We're going to see.
And the phone number is 817-290.
No, that's the text line.
Okay.
I don't take. There's too much going on in this show for me to try to concentrate on a text screen,
Okay.
a phone screen. There he is. What's
There
up,
you
Jess?
go.
Let's go.
There you go.
Hey, it's Chris's fault. Chris said, we'll take
I'm like, let's wait
on.
on Jess. He said, did Jimmy wait on Mike? I like, yeah, for 15 minutes.
And Chris said, you ain't Mike of this show, and you don't.
I am the prime.
He said,
I am the playmaker.
He said, Mike
I am
had
the playmaker.
He said Mike had the pilot's phone number, and you don't even use his phone number. So there you
No
go.
love.
I'm glad you're here, though. I'm glad you got
love,
here.
man.
That's all that counts, man.
So we calling in today,
I love you,
817.
Jesse. You know that, baby.
I don't know about that.
You hear Chris drop it? Baby.
It's all good. It's all, I know how we do on this show. All I know is Kurt had my back.
You're right.
Let's hear him.
Yeah, silence is golden.
Nate actually tried to have you back today. He's like, it's Friday. We can chill.
Okay.
Chris like, nope, we going. Let's go.
It's all good.
And Kurt over there talking about.
If Shannon's ever late, you know Jesse's like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
go, you go, I'll host. I got it.
Jesse's going to be like, it's 12:59:55. Go. Start the music.
He in here. I'm good. I got this.
I will probably be late at least once this year because of parking. If I get jammed up in parking out there, yeah.
Yes.
We get to, because we're not employees, we get to park in this 1 hour parking.
Yeah.
So if that's ever jammed up, then you got to go all the way across the street.
Nah, you got to go underneath.
Yeah, but then you get still. Oh yeah, can you get in down here?
Nah,
Yeah,
take
you
that.
can.
But then you got to go up and then
come
back.
back
Yeah,
down.
so
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. All right, we're all here. How we doing today, Friday? I mean,
Good.
How we doing
Good.
today, fellas? Kurt, you good?
I am. Mentals, dentals, the whole works.
Big plans this weekend?
I do, actually.
What are you doing?
Little guys trip.
What? Where?
Yeah, I took to the lake, hang out.
Nice.
A few drinks.
Okay.
A little cruising on the boat.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, man.
I'm getting out of here. As soon as the show's done, I'm
Are you
gone.
really? How long has it been since you had a
Nice.
guys trip?
It's been a while.
I like
What's
it.
a while?
Oh, a true one? God, it's been over 10 years, probably.
Holy cow!
You know, I tell my best friend this all the time. He's in North Carolina, and I'm like, we don't have guys trip enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do so much for other people, for our families, for work, and we just don't like have enough. It should be on the calendar.
Yeah.
Like it should be a annual thing where the guys could go and if there are significant others that are involved. So what? Like this is the moment in time where we are supposed to go,
Especially if you're
and just be barbaric
yeah.
for 2 days, 3 days, and then come on back
Especially
to
if you're
civilization.
geographically separated, where you don't
Yeah.
get to see that person. That's what my Mexico trip is. That's my best friend that San Diego. Now he's in D.C. We see each other once, maybe twice a year, and that's our trip that we go on. So.
Women do it way better than we. Like they make sure they get theirs.
Yeah.
And they have an itinerary. Most of them is like, this is what we're doing. Here's where we're going. Guys are just like, what do you want
up?
for dinner? I don't know. What do you feel like?
So y'all really got that problem. Y'all really got that problem that you can't make a person priority.
Oh,
that's the
We
problem.
can't compete with this.
No,
This guy
yeah.
will get in the car
On the
right
road.
now.
Yeah, I go
drive-
see mine. When I
drive
say,
to
bro, I need to
Colorado.
go. Yeah, I go see mine. So I ain't got that problem. So
You're right.
yeah,
Anybody,
but I'm happy for you.
My
I'm
NFL
glad you're
listen,
getting better.
My
And I'm
NFL
glad you do it
my
twice
NFL
a year.
pension ain't kick in yet. I don't. You know.
Your
what I'm saying?
NFL pitching kick in, man. Jesse
NFL
making
pitch,
so much money,
My
it
NFL
ain't funny. That's his problem. Oh, okay, $10,000 here, my friend here.
You know what? If
I
you
can't
know-
take
if
that
you
time
know
off.
me, if they know me too. They be like, man, Jesse ain't coming.
Jesse ain't coming.
He got some bread to make.
Yeah.
You need you some friends like like that girl that you know that's got a job, and you're like, all right, come meet me this weekend.
Oh,
Right.
at that location, yeah.
How much?
Yeah.
How much would it take? How much would you not? How much would you make this weekend if you worked
Right.
X
then pay her
amount?
that?
All right, I'll pay you, and I'll fly you out. That's-
Right.
Jesse needed some friends like that. How much you gonna miss out on this weekend if you come hang out with the fellas? All right, we'll Venmo you.
Yeah.
What are you doing this weekend,
I
Jess?
have an appearance on Saturday.
Did I told you, yeah. He ain't playing. Jesse ain't playing, man.
You got your
And then I
podcast
got
on
my,
Sunday.
I got my
yeah.
pre and post game
Yeah.
show on Sunday.
Where's your appearance at Saturday? You want to plug it?
It's at the Toyota Center in Irving.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
nice.
Yeah.
What's your shirt there?
Oh,
today?
this was the remember. I mean, we should
Oh,
remember
yeah,
when
yeah,
the shooting in Allen
Yeah.
and they were all selling the shirts. I bought this shirt, but we were living in the hundreds for so long, we just couldn't put it on.
Yeah.
And so I was like, today's a good day to put it on. So
I like that shirt.
So what's your shirt?
Supporting the
thoughts and
cause.
prayers?
Mine is Franklin from Peanuts.
Peanuts, yeah.
Is Franklin black?
Franklin is
Franklin's
black.
He's the only black one,
He
right?
was back in
He was
the.
a dirty kid.
I think they. No, that's Pigpen.
I'm just messing.
I think they added him like in the late '60s, and he was the
Yeah.
first black character on Peanuts. And this is
Yeah.
I actually bought this at a retail chain store that I don't know if we're allowed to say the name of it, but anyway. And
You
it's
like you some Candy Jesse with the hair, huh?
Yeah.
maybe in the back, maybe he's got a little faux hawk that goes down into some dreads. But this supports
He just
a
had a hair like wool too.
supports a project called the Armstrong Project that they do a $200,000 endowment to Howard University
Okay.
and another black university somewhere, and then two of the students that went there designed this shirt. So
Dope.
it had two different shirts. So yeah, and it goes with my shoes. So I actually
So me and you, Kurt, only one wore the
Sure.
proper.
Cowboys, you supporting the team.
Supporting the
What you do?
colors.
You got anything
Cowboys,
going on this?
Cowboys too. They supported them and when they were all buying these shirts.
No, we won't hear that.
So you do anything this weekend before we get into football?
Say what? Did you ask me what?
Are you doing anything this weekend?
Yeah. I'm
Pregame
thinking about
show?
whether I'm gonna go to Tennessee. I want to drive to Tennessee and see one of my friends, dude named Mr. Hoffman.
And then come back and do
Come
the-
back, come
Be
back.
back
Try
by
to leave
Sunday?
late tonight and come back, tomorrow night. Yeah, it ain't but a 6-7 hour drive.
Oh, that's nothing for you. That's
Yeah.
lunch.
I mean, lunch.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to catch him at breakfast, and then I'll be back here for dinner. Hey man, but
Before we-
Jess, what took you so long?
Rain. It is pouring rain.
Oh no.
Is it?
Not up here, but
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
from south.
Yeah.
It's pouring.
Yeah, did you hear about all the folks that lined up for the Drake concert this morning? They got there to the
yeah,
A.
they were
He
all-
played last night. He's doing another show tonight. They got there at six this morning, and it wasn't raining. And then it started pouring rain, and there's like 50 people out there in line to
man.
get general admission on the floor to get
It was
good
pouring.
seats.
It was
Oh,
pouring like up
Wow.
until like the Galleria.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I hope it's not raining when we get out of here because I parked over in the garage today. That stinks. Before we talk Cowboys, man, the Eagles. I mean, that game wasn't even as close as what the score said. Those dudes, that front line ain't no
Yeah,
joke,
offensive
man.
line.
That's
Both lines.
The
That's gonna be tough.
Eagles right now, kind of playing like Kansas City was a year or so ago, where they just beating you. There ain't nothing special about them. They'll make a great play here to say, "Yeah, this is who we are."
not real sexy.
Yeah, and they just beat you. And early in the preseason, or early in these first 4 games, that's what you need. You need just win the game
just
until
beat
the
'em.
coach figure out, who you really are, man. But it's special when you have a nice offensive line. And that's what the Eagles have. That in the defensive line, they can make those splash plays. But man, it was a good game to watch. I glanced at it here and there. I didn't want to totally focus on it because,
Their second string running back ran for 175 yards.
And good night.
It's a pretty good
wanted to
offensive
run.
line. If
They want. It's amazing. A lot of teams will talk about running, but you saw what they were trying to do. What they wanted to run, and they just did it, regardless of whether they was up. I mean, whether that team caught up by a score down or not. They just continued to be them.
Body blows.
Yeah.
Body blow after body blow after
Yes.
body blow.
Yes.
Is that what this game's going to be?
Yep.
how we've talked about it before, but you guys as former players talk about, because there's certain nuances of the game that watching on TV serve no justice for what it is in real life. One is speed. You have no idea how fast those guys are going. Unless you're on a sideline or in the game, you don't realize how fast, even if you're in the stands, you don't realize how fast these guys are. Two is the game of inches, how little minute ball placement, like y'all talked about yesterday, hand placement on a jerk, like those little things, that doesn't translate on TV. And the beating, the collisions, you saw, Andrew Whitworth talked about it last night on the postgame show whenever Jason Kelsey was on the show. He was like, man, I'm looking at your bloody hands and I'm jealous. Like, I got a little nick right there from where my boxing wraps were too loose. Mm-hmm. And that hurts. Imagine every single day your fingers are jammed, your toes are jacked up, your hands are bleeding, your neck hurts, your back hurts, you got cuts and scrapes all over your body.
Jesse, I ain't imagining
I'm
that
going to say, they're not imagining
no,
it.
not no more.
But you know what that is, and that's every single game.
We don't want to start rubbing stuff like that.
No, I ain't imagining that.
That those are little things like me and Kurt get a hangnail, and it's like, damn, it bothers us all day. Y'all would have multiple lacerations all over your body.
And the smaller the injury, the worse it hurts.
Yeah. Really?
That hangnail, you got a big cherry on there with plastic over it, and you looking at your face like, oh man, the littlest things hurt because your body, as the season goes on, your body turns into one big nerve. It turns into, but the small, you got, like I say, Jesse case, you have special teams guy running down there tackling. He have cherries all over himself, but it's going to be that one little cherry and it's hard to get placed that's going to worry him to death.
But what is it? You said body blows.
Yeah.
Explain when you have a solid line. In the line, they beat each other up. Every play they're grabbing and, rug burns, falling down, getting up. Running the ball, hammering the ball home, a 200-pound guy crashing into you play after play. By the fourth quarter, body blow, how much does that take a toll on your physicality and just exhaust you by the end of the game from a cardio standpoint, from a physical, I can't lift my arm because it's bruised standpoint? Like, that's one of the things that does not translate on TV.
No, shout out to Alex Lilly and crew who does a great job with sounds of the sidelines.
Amazing job.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. But when you just listen, sometimes they'll have the camera and you'll just hear that from the inside. Like that is that. It takes so much energy to grab another human being who is just as big or if not bigger than you and wrestle with them.
And trying to keep you from doing what you're wanting to do to them.
And then to do that 70 times. 70.
Just think about it. Imagine me and you, Kurt, trying to thumb wrestle 70 times. My hand would fall off.
70 times another Nate and another 300-pound dude are wrestling for 30 seconds. And then you break. And then I wrestle you again for 30 seconds. And then I break.
And then God forbid somebody run down field 30 yards and I got the job.
I gotta run. And so it's that is constantly so that in the fourth quarter, it's like, when you see guys they're just reaching out because they don't have any more energy. I don't have the energy anymore to kind of really fully take steps, reach, gather, that's the part that people don't realize. And it takes so much energy to tackle a human. Like it does. And when you have to do it constantly, and then the part when you know it's coming, like certain teams know in the fourth quarter, they break the huddle. And, and Nate sometimes he'll break the huddle and he's smiling because he know it and you know it.
We coming.
I'm
gonna tell you.
And that guy's like,
yeah.
You can see it in them, huh?
I'm gonna tell you the thing about it is that's why offensive linemen, and I've talked to other linemen around it, you don't want that star player to get off in that first half because he's not going to ever stop. You know, great players, they got that ability anyway, but I'm talking about them B players, them players that need that little bit of momentum. You keep them from getting a sack or hitting the backfield in that first half, and you go to rolling like them boys did last night for the Eagles, it's going to be ugly. I mean, I don't care how great your defensive line is. If you can keep them in check in that first half, and you even going into that second half, and you've had some success, and you got your momentum as offensive lineman, yeah, it's like now you starting to look at them, and they kind of looking away. Early in the game, they kind of staring at you, and you kind of looking away, you know. But as the game go on, you just go to shaking your head like, we got you, boy. We got you.
All right, before we go to break and then come back and take some phone calls, a couple of things we just should touch on. Zach Martin dealing with a groin issue. Is that
cannot happen?
Offensive lineman with a groin issue. How big of a deal is that?
Cannot happen.
so they said he took every rep in practice today. Now, as we learned 2 weeks ago, with the great Chris Beam let us know that Fridays
A walkthrough.
are walkthroughs. Now, tomorrow is more of the ramp-up practice. So it's going to be interesting to see what Zach Martin does tomorrow. It's kind of looking like we're on week 2 of not having Tyler Smith play. And Brandon Cooks didn't practice at all. He worked on the side with the rehab group. So those are a couple of things that kind of take into consideration when you hear Mike McCarthy says he took every rep today in practice.
And then in the ramp up, if he start and don't finish, that's terrible. If Zach start and don't finish, that's terrible. But then if he start and get through and get finished, then you still have to wait a couple hours for him to cool down to see if the soreness
because a
set in.
groin's different. A
Yes.
groin doesn't really go away, does it?
Nah.
Is that a nagging?
And he'll talk about it more than me because I rarely had a groin. I mean, everything on me was groin. Yeah. So you have to talk to him about that groin. I had, you know.
I love the Gooch era. The Gooch area.
I mean, that is your
that is my specialty.
kind of where the conversation goes with you these days on the show.
Hey, you know.
Oh, we're going to talk about it now. I thought we were going to break and then we were going to come back and talk
the
to
loader 9069.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what he said.
The thing for the groin injury, it's like the hamstring injury. It's one of those soft tissue things where you're, like, again, offensive lineman, when you got to reach a guy, when you got to step, when you got to hunker down, you know, do you have the ability to go ahead and make that? It's trusting and believing, opening up that fire position. When I know that I'm the guard and we elephants on parade left, and I got to go reach Quindon, who's a man over. You know, I got to go right now, and that's pushing off that right leg and opening up. So it's gonna be interesting. They have tape jobs for it. They have tights that you can wear on for it. The good thing about an offensive lineman is the stride isn't. Your gait isn't like you're trying to run a receiver or a running back, and you're not doing as many full body cuts. It's more choppier steps when you're working it. So you have some ability to control it. But overall, it's something to watch because, again, Zach Martin is...
Three of your linemen now have kind of had a little issues.
The thing that gets you, and this is what scares me if this thing get a little worrisome during the game, the bull rush is the killer. And that's what they're not going to give him in practice tomorrow. Quentin at 300, 310, whatever he weighs, he gonna test him and he ain't gonna know when that bull rush coming. He gonna probably play, and all of a sudden, wow! And when he have to sit down and anchor that back leg or and that body kind of twist, then you'll know.
And then Brandon Cooks, if he doesn't go, how big of a problem is that, Jesse?
It could be a problem, but I want to see what Michael Gallup and what Jalen Tolbert. All right, Let's go.
I wouldn't
Let's go.
mind. I don't want to see
Against the-
Brandon Cooks miss, but I'd like to see
I wanna
Jalen
see-
Tolbert.
I
in
wanna
it.
I
see-
talked to his parents
two
today,
of the best-
Jalen Tolbert.
Two of the best cornerbacks in the league. I
That's
don't know,
right.
man.
That's right. That's right. That's
See
right.
how they do maybe
No,
next week.
that's going to tell me all I need to know about you. I need to know. Can we count on you?
Are you that dude?
Are you that dude? Have you made those steps? Michael Gallup said consistently, I'm back. It took me a while mentally, physically. I'm back to where I was.
Let's see.
And Jalen Tolbert, hey, let's see. Let's see if you're that guy.
I mean, you were willing to roll with that 2 years ago, right?
let's go.
But it didn't work out. I don't want to roll.
Let's go.
Who you talked to Jalen's parents?
Yeah.
Where'd you see them at?
I was down in the store with my brother and his friend, at the merchandise place, and they walked up to me, hello, how you doing? It was so meek, So I'm looking. I ain't know what was
Were you
coming.
mean to him like you
No,
are
no,
most
no.
people?
They took the meanness out of me because they were so easy going. You know me. Y'all know me. I can act like an idiot. And so I had the idiot look, but they were so nice and so kind. They broke me, bro. Right, right there. I say, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
What's the problem? Well, we're Jalen Tolbert parents. It was just his mom and the aunt. And I'm like, I say, tell Jalen we're real proud of him. I say, on the show, we would get him. I said, we would get your son, man. I said, tell him we're real proud. He stole training camp. He had a hell of a preseason. I said, but now we just need to know, can he do it in the game? And we hoping that he can. And, he's from South Alabama. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I feel somebody walk up on me. It was his dad. This is his father. And I'm like, boy, I sure hope I ain't said nothing real bad. Because they had that look like, you didn't know whether it was coming at you.
Didn't know if it was Mrs. Hearn or if it was Mrs. Robert Smith or Robert Smith.
Yeah. I was waiting for Kurt to come in. Mrs. Hearn.
So
Yeah.
they listened to the show?
I didn't even tell him. I'm like, I ain't finna tell him because something go wrong.
And then one more thing before we go to break. Jourdan Lewis says he's 100%. Hadn't really heard a lot about how he fits in. Like, what's the plan if he's 100%? Where does he?
It's hard
Injury.
To move. Hard to move.
He got to wait on the injury. He been Wally pipped. He been Wally pipped.
Really?
He been Wally pipped, dog.
Can't move
Ron
Rob
Bland
Bland
ain't finna
there.
just give up his job now.
Back.
Yeah.
Does he get like limited reps? Is he active on game day?
How would you? You know what? How would you do that, Jess? Me, I would find situations to give him some reps so he wouldn't be dead cold coming into a game. How would you do it? Just let him wait his turn back again, let it come back around?
You got to find your way back. You have to earn your way back on the practice field. You got to find ways, and hell, if you got to go to Bones Fossil and say, "Man, let me run down on punt. Let me find some way to keep myself active in the game and find myself a jersey on game day." But right now, the thing that to have depth at that position is a good thing. It'll at some point in time he'll be needed in this season. Someone will go down. Somebody will get.
So you
banged
think
up.
he might be a healthy scratch?
Possibly.
Really?
He was last week, right?
Yeah.
He was last week.
He wasn't totally ready. They didn't think, but I don't think it'd be scratched.
Brett
he
ain't gonna
brings
let
that veteran-
Brett Brown would not let you back. Brodlin got cussed out too many times. If you on that roster, that active roster, and he is ready to go. Brett, it is not me, it is Kurt. Okay.
It's
they
Kurt.
said-
I don't want no
No,
parts.
they said it. They said they're giving him a little bit more time.
The coaches are using coach speak.
No.
Yeah, because I pray Brett Brown here. You go on over there and talk to him. Say, ask him if he's ready. Say, Brett, is he ready? He go, hey, and when you come back, you'll be like, wow.
Brett, you're the man.
Hey, but I asked another guy that he know him today, yesterday. A dude named Paul. I
That
said,
guy's hardly been here. I didn't know him.
I don't know Paul. I'm like, who?
No. This
When you at lunch and you say
is
you
what
know
I'm
that
trying
guy?
to do. I was like, hey, do you know him?
Yeah, every time I see Nate now, it's like everybody around him. You know him?
And Nate will do this to you too. Nate could be all the way across the lunchroom, and if he's got something on his mind and he's in that
Oh, that's-
particular mood, hey, Kurt,
Yeah, that's what
you
he
know
did
that
with-
guy
Yeah,
over there?
I
It's Kurt,
did it.
stand up.
That's what he did with Charles the other day.
Yeah.
They're halfway across the room. They're yelling. Then Charles, of course, he's yelling. And they're like,
Lunchroom full of people,
I'm
probably
like,
100
no
people
clue
in
what's
there.
going on.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, stop, Nate. 888-855-2297. 888-855-2297. We'll be right back on the second segment of Hanging with the Boys.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys. By the way, Hanging with the Boys each and every day is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Hey, love you, Cooks. Hope you play.
And each and every day, our second segment is brought to you by blockchain.com.
Yes.
Thank you, blockchain.com. All right, Chris, we have calls.
We do. We got Antoine in Maryland.
Antoine in Maryland, what is up? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, fellas? How you feeling?
Great, great.
Good. All right, now, Shannon, welcome back. You feel me?
Thank you.
But we got to do the sports equivalent of Braille joint. Y'all got to bring that back. They set the whole show off, man. That set the whole show off. Y'all got to teach my man Shannon that one, man.
Teach me.
We'll teach him. We'll get him going.
Yeah, man. So I think we're going to win on Sunday, but I think it's going to be one of those ugly wins. And I ain't saying like a 13-10 type win. I think it's gonna be an ugly ass, kind of like when we played the Colts last year. I think our offense is gonna take a while to get going, but by their defense being on the field so much that we're gonna finally be able to crack them. And so I'm gonna say 27-13.
Are you sure you're not Eric in North Carolina disguising his voice? Okay, you sound just like.
Nah, baby, there's only one Antoine, baby.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. Thanks for the prediction.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Antoine is definitely at work.
Mm-hmm. In the bathroom.
Walked away from his desk. He's in the stairwell.
I'm about to say Antoine is on a speakerphone.
He's in the stairwell at the job, getting his call off, and he's going back to his desk now.
Good for him.
We appreciate the effort,
yes,
Antoine.
thank you for listening and taking the time, and no telling how long he's been on hold.
Yeah. So when you get back to your desk and that little slip be on there saying, ain't no other Antoine, let's get fired.
We appreciate you. We're going to hold you down and hanging with the boys if you get fired.
All right, Chris, who else we got?
We got our boy Anthony in Miami.
Anthony, what's up?
What's
up? What's up, my dudes? I'm out here in the rain, so I hope y'all can hear me, man. How y'all doing?
We're good. We got you. We hear you loud and clear.
That's it. All right, then. We're going to do this, man. I told you I'm going to be in and out. Hey, I listened to the show this week, man. I don't want to talk about no haters. I don't want to talk about the team and what they're going to do. I listen to y'all. I listen to all the fun y'all have. That's why I love this show, man. Y'all mentioned a lot of good points, but y'all forgot one thing, and I'm so upset with y'all that y'all forgot the one thing. Y'all didn't talk about this one thing, man.
Uh-oh.
We gonna beat the butts off the Jets. I'll let y'all next week, man.
All right.
38-10. 38-10, man. How about that?
38-10.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, hold that.
All right.
Dang.
Yeah, we'll talk about the butt whooping later. Last
That'll be
segment.
the Cowboys averaging 39.5 points a game.
38-10. It's an interesting outlook because I'm torn between high scoring and buying into the Jets defense. I don't know what to think this week.
Between two.
Do you think that you talk about body blows? We know the Jets are going to try to run the ball, work the clock, make this shorter game or whatever. Is
it a shorter game this way or a shorter game?
Length, keep the Cowboys off the
help him,
off
Jets.
the thing.
Help your partner.
Shorter.
Just keep
game.
going, Kurt. Just keep going.
All right.
Just keep going.
Does that?
Kurt's like,
McCarthy's.
this is why I never
Fuck,
talk
I
on the
lost
show.
it.
What'd you say? Did you just say what I think you just said? Chris.
Ready for the boys trip.
Chris, did he say what I think he just
I
said?
didn't complete it.
I don't know. I was on the
caught
phone.
myself. No. Go to the phone.
You might have to edit. You might have to edit.
Nah, he
Am I
didn't.
going to have to edit this?
No, he
I
didn't. He
think
didn't.
so. Mark what time it is and go back and look.
What time is
Came
it?
close.
I think
We're
he
at
did it.
30.
I hope you did it. I'm gonna go screen record it before.
Got another call.
Let's take a call.
Kurt, you didn't get finish your point.
No, it's
Yeah,
gone.
yes,
Go to the
yes.
phone.
Sure? You want to finish your point?
No,
You good?
no.
Who we got?
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Just in time.
here we go. Save this man.
Yes.
Man, I need to have some oil that can get through the phone.
Help Kurt.
Look,
Help Kurt
We
today.
gotta start annoying folks in the room.
That was a good
Water out
That
here.
was a good one.
These folks.
Send us a bottle of
Bounces around from microphone to microphone.
Just get us a spray bottle. Get us a Lysol type spray bottle. We gonna have to spray the room every time we come in here,
man.
Pastor.
What is going on with y'all, man? It's like every time. How y'all doing today?
Good. How are
man.
you?
We're good.
Doing great, man. Looking for a Cowboys win, man. I'll keep it short. I'm saying 42-13.
Woo.
Wow.
You ain't playing, Robin.
Nah, man. The defense is going to definitely get one because Zach Wilson is prone to give it up. So he's going to give up. He's going to give up one. So at least maybe a couple. But we got a good team this year, fellas, and I think Dak is going to let loose. Good conditions. He's going to let loose, man. It'll be good. So we're going to be all right.
All right. Well,
Thank you, Robin.
appreciate the call. Thank
man.
you. Short and sweet.
Appreciate you, Pastor.
I like it.
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet. And I'm praying for every single one of you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Some of us
Thank
need it
you.
more than others, but we all thank you.
Yeah, we all need it. Believe that.
All right. Have a good
Better
weekend.
than needed in it. But anyway.
Better to have and not need it. Need and
let,
not
let me
have.
say this right here.
Double portion for me, Pastor. Double portion for me.
I said the other day, and Jesse agreed.
Did I?
Some coaches would tell their quarterbacks, do you think in today's society of environment over there, like Jimmy would, in front of the whole team, we're not going to just throw the ball all over the place. We're going to do this and do this and do this. We're going to ask our quarterback to do this. Do they do that now? They have to be kind of, because I don't know how you handle except to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, how do you break that down
That's
now?
a great question.
Yeah.
Because the workplace environment has changed over the last 10 years probably with millennials and Gen Z. And if you're a manager or leadership role, you have to adapt to those. Kind of, who was that, the Giants coach that was the old guy that started listening to Coughlin?
Yeah.
Made an effort to do that and, kind of try to fit in. And so does that, the way the work environment is, because, locker rooms are a microcosm of society. Has that changed the delivery of coaches, or is that a profession where it's still just super straightforward and, like Nate said, here's what we're doing, here's what you do?
Yeah, you either evolve or you die, right?
Right,
so
right.
you had to evolve into the sensitivity of what these young athletes are today. I mean, you got guys like Sean Payton who come out and just say, listen, stop being an effing politician.
Yeah.
Like, no more kissing babies and shaking it. Like, I need you to be a football player.
And does that translate?
And we'll
see, right?
We'll see.
They didn't win week one, did they?
No.
Might not translate, but there are times where you have to meet.
Bunches of film, trying to get ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What are we doing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
This guy.
Nate's
playing Dion.
I wonder how long it's going to take y'all to catch it. I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead on.
You wonder how long it was going to take us. You play an audio while we're having the show. That's going to be an immediate reaction from people. It's not like you over there letting a silent fart out.
Oh, come on, man.
Later. Let's go back to the phones.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
I forgot what I was going to say.
We were talking about Sean Payton, and he's just straight up. Have coaches adapted to the way?
There has to be there has to be a change in the relationship because the athlete is different. The athlete at times can't take that direct, harsh
That's
truth in front of everybody, and
because you think of athletes, especially football, these are big, burly,
alpha
physical
males.
alpha males. But there's sensitivity now.
Let me tell y'all something. This is my camera. Your favorite players are some of the most gifted, the most strong, the most athletic, the most out of this world talent. And they got the biggest muscles. They run the fastest speeds. But I am here to tell you, I've been in a locker room with a lot of them, are some of the most sensitive babies you've ever seen in your life. They don't take well to being yelled at. They don't take well to being publicly criticized. They don't take well. You see how some of these dudes act on Twitter. You say one wrong thing about them on Twitter in a post, and it doesn't have to be even like a real hard thing. And they will, so yeah, that part, you got to separate the two. Because they got big muscles and they look strong and they physical on the football field. Some of these dudes, not everybody, some can take coaching. Some want to be coached hard and want to be told the truth right in their face. Mm-hmm. Some of them can't.
Is that vary by position group?
By player.
It's by player?
By player.
Yeah, by player, yes. Leon Lett, great baller, great athlete. He couldn't take public criticism. I mean, if something publicly went wrong, but he hid. I mean, Coach Johns used to have to go back into the x-ray room in the old stadium. Yeah. He used to have to go back into the x-ray room. Leon, we're not going to cut you. Come on out. Come on, everything all right. You'll be here. I promise you, we can't do it without you. Leon, come on out. I used to look at. Then he turned around and cussed me out. I like, come on, coach. Why I can't get treated? You ain't Leon. Well, I'm starting. Don't matter. You ain't Leon. Okay, all right.
And
cool.
Jimmy, from the stories we've heard and some of the stories you've told on here, was great at knowing how to get the best out of guys and draw guys out and check them when he needed to, and treat everybody, manage everybody different.
Yes, he was great at that. But the thing is. But when it came to the betterment of the team and the success of the team, he was going to be straightforward about that. He didn't hold back with nobody. This is what we need to do. And I guess by him being open from the start, he didn't have to change. But I'm just wondering in today's society, man, a bad game, for a wide receiver or a running back that fumbles the ball at a key time, our fans going to kill him, but what is he getting over there?
That's the importance of assistant coaches, having that relationship, right? Like, for those coaches who don't have that kind of player-coach relationship, it's imperative for that player-coach to be able to come and be that truthful voice to that guy in the meeting room, and for it to be received in a loving manner, knowing that I'm telling you this because I love you and I want to see you do best. I'm not saying this to break you, but that is the importance of assistant coaches to being able to do that. And you see certain guys, and the first name that comes to my mind when I was here with the Cowboys was Skip Pete. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jason would use Skip Pete so much to talk to Marion.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He would use Skip Pete so much. He would even sometimes have Skip Pete talk to Martellus.
Right.
Because his brother couldn't talk to him, so it was certain it was certain coaches that you knew had a certain feeling and vibe with players in the locker room. But then it was a guy like Jody Camillus who you knew Jody was going to MF you He was going to give it to you straight. Didn't care about feelings. Didn't care about feelings
Would he do it in
at
front
all.
of the team?
He did it. He had to deal with the whole team.
In the words that my grandmother used to say, where you act up is where you get jacked up.
Yeah.
Joe D wasn't trying to pull you to the side. He gonna MF you in front of the whole team and say you play like a bleepity bleep bleep on this play in front of everybody. So certain coaches can do certain things and they got to have that relationship.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, we'll try to get one or two more calls and predictions for the game on Hangin' with the Boys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they make just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year, and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the last segment of the show. Each and every day, it is brought to you by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Nate Newton, Jesse Holly, Kurt Daniels, Shannon Gross. We are the People Show, Hanging with the Boys, and we are going to go back to the phones real quick before we give you our predictions. Who we got, Chris?
We got our trucker friend, Cowboy Mo. He's in Arkansas.
Mo, rolling. Cowboy Mo. What's up?
How are you doing, guys?
We're good.
Great.
Man.
How are you?
Good, good. So the few calls the guy beat me to the punch. I was going to call you about bringing back the Braille.
Okay.
Even if you have to vote on it, because that's part of the show now. Also, Shannon, I don't know why you left the show for a year. I must have missed the show when you announced it that you were going to be gone for the year, but I'm happy that you're back.
He's in
Budapest. And then another thing with the run defense. How do you feel about a run defense? Last week they ran, that first drive, they blew us out. And then after that, they had to go to the passing game all the time. We've always had issues with that. I just want to know if you think that we're going to get better this year, or they're going to run the ball. The Jets are going to run the ball like every other team did to us last year.
What's your prediction for the game, Mo?
It's 27-13.
Cowboys?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Just got to make sure, man. Got to make sure. Hey, appreciate the call. Good question. And thank you for welcoming me back.
He was with Aaron Rodgers, by the way.
Mm.
He was with Aaron Rodgers at that retreat, the dark retreat where he goes to. That's where he was.
I'm concerned, not concerned. I'm interested to see how they handle the running game.
Because this is going to be a game where
That's
the
all they're
Jets
gonna be able to
know.
do.
Yeah, they know, like, we finna run this ball. So they're going to have every run known to man trying to make this thing happen.
And I don't think, unless you go down y'all jump in and tell me, but unless you go down by 3 scores.
No, they're going to run it up into about 9. 9 points.
9?
Yeah, 9 points, because 9 points. because I just can't see nobody unless you have,
So
one
two
of the
scores.
top quarterbacks. Yes, what's your opinion on that? I think at 9, you just better start. You better mix in a lot of passes at 9 points now. I just believe that.
I was in that 10 to 12 point range.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
What
13.
do you think about that? I was reading about it. It's a philosophy that, like, Dan Quinn wants you to run. We'll give you those 3 yards, 4 yards. We're not going to give you those 10 yards on the pass. You go ahead and you eat yourself up trying to march down the field. There's more opportunities for mistakes, that kind of thing. We'd rather give you up a few yards running than we would a few more yards passing.
I can agree with that a little bit, but if you're down, that's when it hurts. I mean, I'm talking about the other team, not for Quinn. He's like, okay, you want to run, right? Because you're down. You eating up clock. You helping us win the game. But once them scores get lopsided, like, the 12 or the 10 or the 9, it's your own deal then, yeah.
Speaking of, all right, let's go ahead and do these predictions. We're out of time. Kurt?
Chris, no, you go.
Chris, you want to go first?
No, let me
let Jesse say something first.
Okay. Kurt?
They're going to win.
Okay. Who's they? Who's they?
Cowboys.
Cowboys are going to win. Okay.
Cowboys are going to win.
Don't give us that Nate answer.
It'd be like 17-3.
Whoa. 17-3. Okay.
Wow.
Nate?
We're going to beat the brakes off these kids.
All right.
And like Jesse says, it's going to be body blow, body blow, body blow. It's going to be ugly, but I think it'll still be close.
Okay.
I think we'll get them by 3. Well, you can make up the score whatever you want.
By
we'll
3.
beat them by 3.
You know what? I like the Nate by this many because we're not going to get a straight answer. So I like the by 3. That at least gives some kind of credence and substance to his pick. It's not a complete
score you
throwaway.
want.
I like that. Nate, Cowboys by 3. What you got, Jess?
Our safeties, star backers on big nickels and cornerbacks, this is going to be a day that you have to block. I mean, you have to tackle.
Yes, yes.
This is the day. This is the game for that. You're going to have to be able to get off blocks.
First receiving touchdown.
This is going to be one of those days. They're going to line up a lot in 22 personnel, 21 personnel. 12 personnel. They're a lot of times. They're going to try to run this football.
Two tight ends is what you're saying?
2 tight ends.
Yes, sir.
2 tight ends. 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends to run the football.
And to block, pass block.
And that's the thing. You're going to have to be able to get off blocks. But I do think the Cowboys win this football game. I think it's 23-24 to 9. I think they get 3 field goals off. But I think 23-24 to 9 is the game. And it never feels like they're in the game, but it just feels like the Cowboys make these periodic plays that kind of just remind you that we're still in control of this thing. They're going to try to slow this thing down, and the Cowboys are going to make the plays where they have to make the plays. And 23-24-ish, 9, Cowboys win.
Okay. I'm going to stick to my original gut feeling the first week, even though this Jets has a...
It's going to be opposite now, baby.
Even though the Jets have this great defense, I think the Cowboys... I'm letting my foot off the brakes, Nate.
Yes,
doing
sir.
what you
Go just
said.
right, man.
I think the Cowboys put the league on notice. I think they say, okay, this is your defense. Well, here's our offense, and here's our defense. So come get you some.
Right.
F around and find out this week, okay? How about that? 34. I like the 9 score.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you know what? If they go up 34, they ain't kicking field goals. So I'm going to go 34-17.
Okay.
30.
Come on now. You believe or you don't?
34-7.
Okay.
34-7 is what I would go. Chris, what you got?
Or you don't?
I got 29-19.
Cowboys?
Yes.
Okay, you writing all this down?
I got you.
I'll go back and write it down. And Chris wants to know the pod picks for this week. Who scores the first receiving touchdown? Nate.
I'll go with Nick. Nick said, whoever Nick Eatman said.
I'll just make that as a push for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't care. I just want to win.
Who you got, Kurt?
Ferguson.
Ooh.
Tony Pollard.
I'm going to go Ferg too. I'm going to say, can I say tight end? Or I got to pick one?
The tight end good. That's good. You covering everybody.
No, Chris, do you have to pick a player?
Pick a player.
All right,
Jesus.
man. Golly. I was going to
Jesus
pick.
isn't
Go
playing
Tony.
this
Go
week.
Tony.
Anybody on offense is going to score.
Tony Pollard.
Give me Cavante Turpin.
Oh,
That's who Nick went with. That's who Nick went with. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the low hanging
you're
fruit.
good.
I'm gonna say CD.
All right.
Just make it.
I didn't hear Nick's, so I'm not copying Nick. I didn't hear him.
So you got Pollard,
I got Pollard.
Ferguson,
Turpin.
I'll take CD. And it'll probably be Jalen Tolbert. Who you got, Chris?
I got Cooks.
Brandon, you think he'll play?
Hope he plays.
Of course he's going to play.
Okay. All right. Fellas, this was a good time. Friday. Enjoyed it. Jesse, Nate, Kurt, Chris, great show. Thank
Enjoy
you guys.
your fellas trip. Be safe.
Yes, sir.
It is Britt,
Yes.
not Brett.
There you go. Thanks for correcting
Britt with an it.
While we're here, it's Kellen, not Kellum.
You talking about the guy that ain't here no more? I don't care. Really don't care.
We'll be back Monday, Victory Monday. See if I bring presents or not. Hanging with the boys. People Show. See you later.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?